Alright, what's going on, Turbo Nation? Welcome back to another Black Ops 3 best class setup video. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my best Man of War class setup for the nuclear. And the reason why I said it like that is because the Man of War is one of my favorite guns of the game. Personally, I think it's top 3, in my opinion, for as far as assault rifles go. I'm not ready to reveal yet what my top 3 guns are. That's a little secret. I want to keep that, you know. I don't want you guys to know my secrets. But anyways, guys, yes, Man of War. I love the Man of War. It's one of my favorite guns in the game. Now, quick disclaimer. I know there's a lot of you that put a lot of hate on this gun, and you guys are saying lately like, oh, they nerfed it. I hate the Man of War. It's useless, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, can somebody please link me to the patch notes? Show me proof that they did nerf it, because honestly, I've been using this every day, every night, and I still melt with it. So I don't know what people are talking about. Maybe you guys aren't using the right attachments for it. Who knows? But anyways, guys, this is going to be my class setup. So I'm going to be explaining my attachments, my perks, and the Scorestreaks and the specialist ability that I use. Now, don't worry about the Scorestreaks or the specialist ability in the background and the gameplay. I know it shows something different, but I'm going to talk about what I would use if I was going to go for a nuclear. Okay, so if you guys want to see a nuclear gameplay with this exact same class setup, I'll leave a link in the description. It's a live gameplay of me using this setup to get a nuclear with the Man of War. So if you guys are interested in that, links in the description. Also, if you want to see more class setups, I'll leave a link in the description. There's going to be a playlist over there. You guys can pick and choose whatever gun you're interested in and check out the class setups for that. Anyways, let's get into the class setup, guys. So the Man of War is a gun with a very slow fire rate. If you use it without any attachments, you're going to realize that, hey, this gun shoots super slow, man. So what I do to counteract that is I put on rapid fire. Now, when you put rapid fire on, it increases the rate of fire, and I feel like I melt my enemies a lot faster than without it. You guys should definitely put rapid fire on. It's definitely a godly attachment for the Man of War. Helps so much in winning gunfights. Now, the next attachment I'm going to use is stock. Now, stock is a controversial attachment for most people. Most people say like, oh, stock doesn't do anything, man. It's pointless. It's useless. Honestly, when I'm not using stock, it's harder to strafe or ADS left to right and all that stuff, and it really does make a huge difference in my opinion, and it really helps for my play style as well. So if you're trying to get a nuclear, you have to play a lot more reserved, you have to play more tactical, strategical, and these things are very important, you know what I mean? Especially when you're going into a room or you're turning around corners. ADSing while you're turning around these corners is very key to winning gunfights. That's how people win gunfights, through staying ready. So you're already aimed in, and the guy who's not aimed in is definitely going to lose that gunfight. So that's why I highly recommend stock as an attachment for the Man of War, or just assault rifles in general, because it really does help with your mobility. You'll move a lot faster when you're trying to aim, and it'll help you win more gunfights, especially in a 1v1 situation and you're strafing left and right and the dude is having a hard time shooting you because you're moving left and right. You're a harder target to hit. It's just that simple, guys. Stock really helps. Now, this last attachment is going to be one that's going to be optional. It's up to you guys, but I love using high caliber because it allows me to get a lot of headshots a lot easier. It melts the enemies a lot quicker, and it saves me some bullets. So if you don't like high caliber, then you can always switch it for something like Quickdraw. You know, you're not going to hurt yourself by using different attachments. Maybe you don't like the iron sights on the Man of War. Maybe switch high caliber for elo sight. It's up to you guys. Anything works, but rapid fire and stock are definitely my attachments of choice for the Man of War. All right, so let's get into the perks, guys. So the first perk is Ghost. Now, Ghost is a perk that I love using because, number one, I play solo a lot, so that means that I can't rely on my teammates to take down score streaks for me, and the enemy teams are calling in UAVs. Now, if you're trying to go for a nuclear, staying stealthy is the most important thing that you could do. Let's look at it this way. It's 30 kills in a row. You have to stay alive the entire time. If you're always exposing yourself on the mini-map, then that means that your chances of getting a nuclear are slim to none, because obviously if you play against players who are good at the game, then they're gonna find you and kill you and hunt you down, and there goes your nuclear. So that's my little tip right there. Use Ghost. Ghost will help you stay immune from UAVs, which is very important. And the UAV is a score streak that's easy to get anyway, so being able to keep yourself immune from that low score streak is definitely going to be a key to getting a nuclear. The next perks are going to be Scavenger and Hardwired. I love using Scavenger. Scavenger allows me to keep using the same gun that I've been using the entire game, and it prevents me from having to pick up any weapons that I might not be familiar with or okay with using a wacky attachment. So that's why I use Scavenger. Hardwired is definitely a perk I'm always going to use in every single class setup situation, you name it, because Hardwired allows you to counter so many different things in the game. It's unbelievable. For example, if people are using the perk called Tracker, they're not going to be able to find your footsteps. If people are using the perk called Sixth Sense, they're not going to be able to sense you around their area. And if people are using C4s, tactical stuff like the shock charge, you're not going to be affected by that or trigger that. I've died so many times from trip mines because I don't have Hardwired on, and Hardwired saves lives, people. Use Hardwired. It counters so many different things. Highly recommend that perk. Now, this last perk is going to be optional as well, because I know not everyone's a headset user out there. If you are a headset user, use Awareness. Awareness is a must-have perk. It allows you to hear enemy footsteps from a distance, and it allows you to pinpoint exactly where the enemies are. So obviously that means A, you're going to be able to survive a lot longer and predict enemy movement, and B, you're going to get easy kills. So that's why I love using Awareness. It makes everything in the game a lot easier for you and allow you to get your nuclears a lot easier. Now, if you don't have a headset, don't worry about it. You can use something like Apple headphones, Beats by Dre's. You can just hook it up to the back of your TV. If you're using a monitor, you can do that. But if you don't have a monitor, you can use maybe surround sound on your TV, turn the volume up, make sure you don't wake up your family members or your neighbors around you. But if you want to learn an in-depth way to sound whore, I'll leave a link in the description. I show you guys the best sound settings, the best way to sound whore in a multiplayer match, tips and tricks and stuff like that. So I'll leave that video in the description. All right, so for the Scorestreaks setup, I want you guys to put on Sentry gun, Wraith, and then the HATR. Now, the Sentry gun and Wraith are optional. It doesn't matter what Scorestreaks you use, as long as it's a Scorestreak that'll help you build up to your HATR. Now, the HATR is the most important Scorestreak out of this entire thing. Now, the reason why is because it literally shows you where the enemies are on your minimap. You'll see red triangles. They look like Dorito triangles on your minimap, and then you'll be able to get kills a lot easier, and then it'll lead to your nuclear. Now, to make it even easier on yourself to get your Scorestreaks, I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, getting a HATR is a high score streak. It's going to be hard to get. That's why I recommend using the combat focus specialist ability. Now, what this does is that when you activate it, let's say you're capturing a flag or you're about to kill some enemies, activate it. So then what it does is it gives you extra bonus score to go towards your score streak, making it a lot easier to earn your score streaks. So that's why I highly recommend using combat focus if you're going for a nuclear. Or you can use the Scythe specialist. The Scythe specialist is basically like having an extra weapon, and it actually does count towards your nuclear streak. So you can always use the Scythe as well, and also the combat focus. So those are the two specialist abilities that I recommend for getting a nuclear. And that's pretty much it, guys. Some closing statements I want to say if you're trying to go for a nuclear is you have to play smart. You have to come in with a strategy. You have to play with a strategy in mind. You have to flank. You got to keep an eye on the mini-map. You have to keep an eye on lines of sight, points of entry, spawn points, map knowledge. All these things play into factor when you're trying to get a nuclear. All right, guys, so that's about it with this class setup. Don't forget to drop a like. Let's hit 100 likes, man. We haven't hit a like goal in a while. The reason why I haven't been doing that is because a lot of people see it as a taboo thing for a content creator to ask for likes. But honestly, put yourself in my position or any other YouTuber position. If you want your channel to grow, you need the support from your viewers, and that's literally the only way to do it to help the channel grow, right? So you need people to support your videos and show some love. So I hope you guys do that for me, man. It really honestly mean a lot to me. I appreciate every single one of you guys who watches my videos, and I hope you guys find this class setup helpful. Good luck on your nuclears, and yeah, more videos coming soon, and I'll be back.